Dai săracă-i rimame, săracă-i rimame, fostam la doctor cuie, fostam la doctor cuie. Hai, hai, rimă, hai, la mult cerele mă dai. Hai, hai, rimă, hai, pe din jos, pe după rai. La doctor și la potică, la doctor și la potică, și mi-or zis că n-am nimică, și mi-or zis că n-am nimică. Hai, hai, rimă, hai, la mult cerele mă dai. Hai, hai, rimă, hai, pe din jos, pe după rai. Poticară și mi-o zis, poticară și mi-o zis, leacur la irimănus, leacur la irimănus. Hai, hai, rimă, hai, la mult cerele mă dai. Hai, hai, rimă, hai, pe din jos, pe după rai. Păi la irimă este un leac, la irimă este un leac, ce t'era și omul drag, ce t'era și omul drag.
N-aș cumpăra mei dorule dor, n-aș cumpăra mei dorule dor, păi că de dor să pot scăpa, măi dorule dor. Dar n-are mândra mai pat, n-are mândra mai pat, cât e gurița mi-o dat, cât e gurița mi-o dat.
Not just drinking, it's like saying Norok and then drink all the glass, yeah? So it's like that. So that's right? Yeah. No, that's only for the ladies. That's only for the ladies.
girls.
So, yeah. You need to have that one.
Andre,
So,
what's
yeah.
the significance of when he raises his hat? What's that? What,
Andre,
Salute, like.
I'm gonna send
This is
this
salute.
to
Yeah. So,
Salute.
and
Andre.
all of them.
I'm gonna send this to your wife.
Okay, then, but I will not give you her email address. So, Norok.
I'm not spelling it with no rock.
Those are the chain is moving a rod that goes to some steering rods inside the stills, moves them. So the mash is being stirred constantly. Water, cool water goes into the cooling tank, and
Bună-i vino ghiurghiuliu, dil-di-di-di-dil-da-di-da-di-da, cules toamna pe târziu, dil-di-di-di-dil-da-di-da-di-da, cules toamna pe târziu, dil-di-di-di-dil-da-di-da-di-da. Mai pe brumă, mai pe o măt, dil-di-di-di-dil-da-di-da-di-da, mai pe brumă, mai pe o măt, dil-di-di-di-dil-da-di-da-di-da, mult mai beau și nu mă îmbăt, dil-di-di-di-dil-da-di-da-di-da, mult mai beau și nu mă îmbăt, dil-di-di-di-dil-da-di-da-di-da. M-am jurat că noi mai be, dar eu nu mă pot ține, dar eu nu mă pot ține, unii vinul bine-mi place, unii vinul bine-mi place, nu știu fi și ei face, nu știu fi și ei face, Vinișor de poamă rară, vinișor de poamă rară, Vinișor de bochi zbers, vinișor de bochi zbers, ca și pe om de nu vezi.
Și să aibă viață veșnică.
Viitorii acestei sfinte mănăstiri, pentru toți cei mai înainte adormiți părinți și frați.
Hidden treasures.
Yes.
You will not find this if you not knew about them.
This side we decided to do a tour on our own.
La terasă.
I think it's to write the name.
Pentru o examinare, să zic așa, care e cel mai bun pe selecție. Și din cei 7 familii...
Open in the end. Yeah? This is what we will continue with this.
Cam un centimetru se strânge la o bătaie.
Iar trebuie decălit.
It's about 1 centimeter, which is bent, and put it back in the fire and retake the process. Yeah, do it again. A pot for the brandy. This is what that was, but it's smaller. This one is smaller.
Okay, call me.
What about that?
Ta-da!
Nice.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Where's the dancing?
Yeah.
Very good.
Asta le face nevastă mea și fata, coase ele la mașină.
This is actually created by his wife and his daughter. It has 9 meters. In the back has 9 meters, and in the front.
Yeah, it's very much. And it's real. Oh my goodness!
And in the front has 5 meters.
Oh wow! That's a lot of material. That is a
So
lot
it's a
of
total of
material.
14 meters over there.
14.
14. That is the order of the dragon, right? And they said it looks like a devil. That one. Yeah. So, Vlad the Impaler, you know why. And Radu is going to be named Radu the Handsome in order to make the Sultan
Take photos
over there, and we'll have a great view of the 300 years, this was the only place where the Romanians can go inside.
Club Villa brand. Oh, look at it. Oh, yes. Cheers! Here we are at the New York Cafe in Budapest, one of the oldest cafes in the world. Sipping champagne cocktails, red wine. Cheers! Here we are on the Danube, about to do a dinner cruise, and we're going to see folklore dancing and all the sights. Cheers. I'll take a little bit of you.
Cruise on the Danube. Cheers.
Yeah. Sleeping and 3 days.
Unas narices rotas.
As I said, this is the lower town, which means also that there's an upper town. Upper town is also called Gradec, and that was one of the medieval settlements in Zagreb. So the first mention of Zagreb was about 900 years. After 4.5 months, because I can't get the river act like I said lake, and probably not the last time this happened. So this is actually the second lake in succession. Tell you that Milan is a common name in Croatia and Northern Italy. So good story.
We're now travelling on a boat on Plitvice Lakes in Croatia. We've just spent a few hours this morning walking right round the lakes and seeing some beautiful waterfalls. The weather's not too good, but great for taking photos and video. We should finish our trip by about 5 o'clock this afternoon. Lovely scenery, lovely people, and not bad weather. our way.
So this second part of the tour is, in my personal opinion, even more beautiful than the first one. It's smaller also, so everything's quaint, condensed. But that also means that it's a bit shorter than the first part, but can be a bit more physically demanding. My favorite piece.
Beautiful textures.
Travertine barriers. So I told you, you can find those barriers. Can you see how it's slowly forming a barrier here? So to form a travertine barrier, you need 4 ingredients. Here, everywhere else, just 2 ingredients a year. So this is why this place. So it turned out to be.
Ja mislim da će o tom...
Oni u kampionu.
Arrivederci, grazie. Italy.
Addirittura di Warhol diceva così, il sesso è il più grande niente.
Look at the scooters over there. Look at them all.
Oh my goodness. Maybe we should hire a Vespa. Here we are at beautiful Trieste. The sun's out, we're back to normal. Beautiful little seaside town. Lots to see and soak up this lovely sunshine.
Is about 100 meters deeper from here and have 3 natural and different entrances found in different valleys. The first entrance is present in the center of the cave, where are now the 2 people's plastic. This entrance is found in 1840 by Anton Friedrich Lindner, a geographer of the Austrian Empire, that came in the cave to research. In 1980, in the cave are built in the stairs, and the 5th June. Ok, andiamo avanti ancora un pezzetto, a little part around the bottom. Ok, allora la grotta gigante, come vedete, è formata da questa immensa sala unica, questa 1000 metri cubi. La grotta viene considerata la cavità turistica sala unica più grande del mondo, per questo inserita nel libro del Guinness. Milioni di anni fa emergono dal mare, formando quindi l'altipiano carsico. The giant cave have only this largest hole present in front of you. This hole is 167 meters long, 76 wide and 1980 half height. The deep between entrance at the bottom of the cave is 113 meters and a half, and the volume is 365,000 cubic meters. Che diventa quindi ben diversa rispetto a quanto vediamo noi oggi. Nel corso del tempo all'interno della grotta si trasforma nel calcare in bicarbonato di calcio. Il bicarbonato mediante l'acqua passa attraverso file di piatto o a tronco di palma, questo perché l'acqua cadendo dall'alto impatta fortemente. I colori presenti, generalmente bianco e grigio per la 3 million years ago, the water of the paleocourse of the Timabu River came deeper and so abandoned the giant cave. At the bottom, in the largest bit in the left, there are the instruments of the OGS Center. This black hole is a vertical cave. This cave is 170 meters deeper from here. The bottom of this cave is 252 meters from the surface, and only 20 meters on the sea level. And this is the deeper part explored of the giant cave. After 1 hour, start the other. Oh, better. Oh. Where's our champagne? We need it. Yahoo! We're finished. Venice. 300 k's an hour. This should be very interesting. Cheers.
Que les den por el culo que no vengan.
Vino el chaval ese
Birds everywhere in St Mark's Square. Or should I say pigeons? Fantastic. At 7 o'clock at night, it's still light. Most famous bridge in Venice. I can't pronounce it, but it is fantastic.
Gentlemen, good morning. Welcome on board our boat Delphinis. This boat are called Delphinis. Please remember the name of this boat because in Murano we have many boats, similar boats. So you remember my name is Isabel, or the name of this boat is Delphinus. Thank you so much. Now we go to visit the island of Murano, famous for it is a glass. And we'll arrive in about half an hour. In Murano we see the glass blowing, it's really interesting. And then you have time to look around the island for the shop or everything. Ora potete vedere i giardini pubblici di Venezia che si chiamano Sant'Elena, dove non sei i padiglioni della Biennale, mostra internazionale da Saporeto si chiama Giardini. So on the left hand side now you can see the public gardens are called Sant'Elena. This is where the international exhibition of modern art are called La Biennale, is held every 2 years.
Apply on a small vase. In the furnace we have a recipient where we were to store the raw materials during the night. The glass is made with mainly 3 white sands, silicate, potassium and sodium. After 8 hours at 1400 degrees they give us a transparent glass. To make the colors we mix oxides of minerals. Blue is cobalt, green copper, red selenium. We work with around 50,000 colors. On a donc commencé la démonstration avec la technique soufflée, qui est le on a un creuset où on met à fondre les matières premières pendant la nuit. Le verre est fait à base de sable de silice, potasse et sodium. Après 8 heures de fonte à 1400 degrés, les matières premières nous donnent le verre transparent. Un florero. En el horno tenemos un recipiente donde podemos poner las botellas primeras por la noche. El vidrio es. We don't have schools on Murano to learn this work. They learn directly working with the other maestros. They are between 15 and 20 years of training. Aprenden directamente trabajando con los otros maestros. Son entre 15 y 20 años de formación y solo los mejores a nivel artístico vuelven maestros. Los otros permanecen asistentes a los otros maestros. Bravo maestro, bravo Davide. Allora, una temperatura di circa 500 gradi, adesso questo vasetto si romperà fra pochissimo per lo sciacquarmico, è troppo caldo rispetto alla temperatura ambiente. Per conservare la nostra produzione dobbiamo diminuire gradualmente la temperatura fra 12 e 24 ore. Our small vase around the table is going to break within a few minutes because of the thermal shock. It's too warm compared to the temperature around us. We need to decrease progressively the temperature of all our production between 12 and 24 hours. Notre tecnica di Murano, la tecnica solida, la tecnica delle sculture applicata a un cavallino. Lavorandola con una quantità così ridotta di vetro, il nostro maestro non può riscaldare in corso di lavorazione. Ha solo un minuto per realizzare interamente questo cavallo. We are seeing right now the second technique used on Murano, the solid technique used to make the sculptures apply on a small horse. Working it on a so small piece, our maestro must work in once. He cannot rewarm it. He has only 1 minute to make this horse from the head until the tail. L'autre technique de Murano, la technique solide, la technique des sculptures appliquées à un petit cheval, quand on la travaille sur des quantités de verre aussi réduites, notre maître ne peut pas réchauffer en cours de travail. Ça ne lui laisse donc qu'une minute pour réaliser entièrement son cheval. Esa es la segunda técnica de Murano, la técnica sólida para hacer las esculturas aplicadas a un caballito, trabajándola para hacer una pieza pequeña. Si el maestro no puede calentar, tiene solo 1 minuto para hacer ese caballito. Please, you cannot take pictures and you cannot make things in the showrooms. If you have the factory prices, they are 50% now.
E arriveremo tra circa 30 minuti e l'isola è situata di fronte a voi, però c'è un po' di nebbia, non si vede molto comunque. La isola è situata di fronte a ustedes, used for the British dump, it's completely abandoned. À droite, l'île abandonnée de Saint-Jacques de la Palude qui servait de poudrière pendant la dernière guerre mondiale et on aperçoit le vieux couvent qui a été détruit toujours par Napoléon. Terrible, Napoléon. Gli abitanti coltivano verdura e frutta e vendono dell'anno 1318. Origine risalgono al 1500. Dopo la leggenda narra che i pescatori... But if they want to change the colors, they have to ask the authorization at the town hall of Burano. Il Buranello, there is the church of St. 83 centimeters, so 3 feet. We stopped 1 hour and a half. We have to work in this and it's really, really nice. And if you want to eat something, you ask at me. Là, vous pouvez apercevoir l'île de Burano, l'île très fameuse pour ce siècle avec le clocher incliné. El clocher de la iglesia a 1,83 m d'incliné. A la izquierda ahora pueden ver esta isla muy bonita que se llama Bura, muy colorada, es muy sencilla, es porque son todas una la otra de la uno muy cerquita. Entonces prefirieron poner un color muy fuerte. So, ladies and gentlemen, will you please follow me now if you want to see if you want to ask me for the restaurant or something like this. You have to be back at board at 2:35, 25 to 3.
From the balcony where we're staying.
35 kilometers long, and it was used for commerce, especially between Milan and Switzerland. This is the north of the mountain. You need 15 minutes. To go to Varenna, down 30 minutes. Of course, it depends how fast you walk, but you can have an idea of the time. Not so much water in the river. This river never disappears. There's always a little bit of water. And of course, when it rains a lot, the river becomes very, very big. The turbine was connected to transmission. So here we have the machineries for the production of olive oil. 1, 2, and here in the corner. These machineries were connected with the transmission belts to the turbine at the ground floor. So pretty, so small. Also the temperature. Everything is a bad way to start a tour.
Yeah, no, he's living in the States, I think, still. I mean, he married, the Crocodile Dundee movie, where he married, what's her name?
Linda
Kozlowski, that's right. They've split up. And Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, the big
I was going to say there are so
Gladiator.
many.
Yeah, there are. And also
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Mel. That's all right.
When we go back, you choose the best
Choose the best ones. That's it. Digital good. This is a great tour. Is that the other group?
The rock of Bellagio, where the lake divides into the two branches. The Lecco branch here on the left, Como branch, where we are going now, on the right. That way instead is the north branch of the lake. The mountains here are the pre-Alps. So we have the Alps before the pre-Alps.
floating in the moonlit sky. The people far below are sleeping as we fly. We're holding very tight. I'm riding in the midnight blue. I'm finding I can fly so high above with you. On across the world, the villages go by like dreams.
That villa for 100,000 euros 1 week.
We're going there next week.
Next week. Oh,
Next week we're booked in.
This promontory where the villa was built is called the Dosso Villa Veneto. It was a monastery during the medieval time. Then the Cardinal Angelo Maria Turini decided to build the villa.
The Cardinal decided to buy something on Lake Causing, writing, and the Cardinal used to go back to his main house. And in the past there was a music room and the library inside. Today just a very fast ceremony. 30 minutes time, the price will start from 2,500. All this area is rented for 8 to 10 hours for 20,000 euros. And this is just the rental price. And no catering is included, no flowers, no meals and no music. So at the end it's quite expensive. The temperatures are very strong. This is quite an old piece, it dates back to 1880. But first of all, this room is the smallest room, it's just a breakfast room.